What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another smartphone couch video. Oh man, the main reason why dealing with sex workers or watching porn is a problem. And we all know sex workers, that could be, shoot, let's be real, that can be strippers. That could be, prostitutes, like definitely streetwalkers, escorts, and really even in some cases, acculturated prostitutes, or as the Honorable Pimp God calls them, acceptable hoes. Always like saying that. I like how he puts it. And then porn. You know, a lot of guys are watching porn and everything. And see, here's the problem. Here's the problem with it all. It creates unrealistic expectations in your mind as to how to deal with women in the real world. That's why a lot of guys have it. And let me start with porn first. A lot of guys, you got so many guys watching it, and the thing with that is, even though a lot of guys will say don't deal with it because, you get used to it and all of that, and, you jacking off all the time. And that's a major issue. That's a major issue. You don't want to watch it because you subconsciously, you're getting a distorted view of how women behave. Porn is acting. Porn is acting. Yeah, like it's every day, you cutting a woman's grass and she say, you want some water? Yeah, sure. Oh, you all sweaty, take off your shirt. And then all of a sudden y'all having sex. First of all, most of the sex in porn anyway isn't realistically how people have it. It's actually shown at an angle where it's questionable. You seeing a man's dick. You seeing a man's dick and shit going into some woman and shit. So that's even questionable there. That's why a lot of guys got some problem with their damn penis size. So that's an issue right there. So it's messing with your self-esteem and shit. That's messing with your self-esteem. But then you think the woman is going to be this receptive. Now that's hitting you subconsciously. Now, when in the world, when you actually deal with a sex worker, they're going to tell you whatever they want to tell you. I remember years ago, there was a strip club in D.C. called Club 55. Had a couple guys who liked to go there, so I'd be rolling with them. I used to drive the strippers crazy, too, because I wouldn't tip them. And this before doing all this stuff, you could actually walk up to them, put your dollar into their garter and everything. And they'd be dancing. As soon as you walk up there, they'll just stop, let you put it in the garter and everything else. So this before making it rain. But one of the things, and I was the cheap one. I go in there, get my popcorn, get my beer, and everything, be chilling while, whoever I was in there with, they'd be the ones tipping and all that shit. And I'd be like, whatever. Well, no, this one time, though, this one stripper did a move on a pole. I had to give her some money just for the move. It wasn't even sexual. It was like some acrobatic shit. But whatever the case, I'll just sit back. I sit back. I was like, no, I'm just hanging with the fellas. Whatever. But I started peeping how the women would do. Because after they would dance after they dance, they go out and be thanking the people for the tips and everything. But then start hanging out with them. And then I remember I started watching them. They would be in there and they would act like they on a date with some guys. The guys be buying them some stuff, buying them some food and everything. And I was like, I used to tell them too, I respect y'all hustle. I have a problem. I say, hey, get your hustle. I ain't giving you shit. Unless you do some acrobatic move. But that was part of the game. That was part of the game. And then, I always talk about how I learned some stuff from some sex workers, because they know I peeped the game, so they be honest with me. They just tell you, they would just be receptive, talk to you, whatever. But you get some guys, they doing that. And look, I'm at to call it out. Even a lot of the guys going overseas and shit, a lot of them dealing with sex workers. They dealing with sex workers or acculturated prostitutes, acceptable hoes. One way or the other. And they're going to tell you everything they want. They're going to tell you whatever you want. In fact, they're going to read you to the point they're going to give you whatever you want. If you want some polypurite girl, even though you know she was a sex worker, they'll play that role. Or some nerd, they'll play that role. I've seen some guys there talk about, yeah, I went to this country or I met this sex worker. She said this, this, and this. No, she's good at making money. This is good customer service. Shoot, you get some like attractive women who work as servers in restaurants. They'll give you that. Like myself, I don't take a server in a restaurant seriously unless I watch how she interact with everybody else. They want some tip or something. Oh yeah, they're gonna be a little friendly, smile, all that stuff. Hell, they trained to do so. What do you think sex workers are doing? And it's really twisting some men's heads up, because then when a woman who is not a sex worker, they encounter her, or she ain't quite telling him what he wants to hear, quite stroking his ego, they think something wrong with her. It's like, no, they ain't trying to get no money out of me. But you getting a real woman. You getting the real woman. You getting it. But a lot of guys don't know how to deal with that. You know, the women ain't acting like they do in the porns, or they ain't acting like some of these acculturated prostitutes or the sex workers. They ain't doing all that. And some guys, you know, and the scary thing is the smarter guys, they already know it's some bullshit. Okay, at least they know it's some bullshit. But I lost count of how many men who dealt with those type of women and thinking, oh, there's some real shit. That's why you get some guys, they go on some save a hoe shit. You know? She telling him everything he wants to hear. Nah, they just giving good customer service. But see, it's messing them up, because then they complaining about the women in the real world who being real women. Like a real woman, if she, I don't care how cool she is, she got an opinion on something, she gonna say something, and she is, it might not be what you want to hear. It might not agree with yours. My thing with that is, as long as she respectful about it, I want to hear it. And let me say why. Because some guys don't want to hear what a woman had to say. They see shit different. I've stayed out of trouble because I just listened to what a woman peeped. They'll peep some shit about another woman or something like that, and they say, hold up, bro. And then it's like I got to go back to them later and say, damn, you told me too. Got burned by it at first, not listening. Then I said, hold up, they see something. Or whatever the case. Because first of all, if you're trying to go through life, you don't want a bunch of yes people any damn way. And you don't want a yes woman, really. You want a woman who's in cooperation to your operation. But a woman who is truly in cooperation to your operation, she gonna call out some shit for your operation. She gonna see it, say, hold up, you might not should do business with him. Or they're gonna say, hold up, I see another way you can do this. They doing it to help. That's the type of woman you want. And that's the type of woman you want. But if you get a woman like, oh, yes, dear, yes, shit. Even a regular woman who do that with me, I'm like, you're saying yes too much. You know? Sometimes I might even test them. I ain't gonna lie, I'll test them. I'll throw out something just crazy. And if they total agreement, I'm like, oh, okay, what you want? What you want? But when you get men dealing with sex workers, and it ain't even just a street thing, because I know a woman, I know she's been checking out some stuff. I haven't talked to her in a while, but while we on the phone, just chopping it up, she texting some dude who paying her to text. And I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, get enough money, the longer I keep them on. I was like, fuck it, let's keep them on here. Like I said, I respect the hustle. I actually respect it, but I still got to call out some men taking them too seriously. You can't take it seriously. And I would say this. If you have to deal with a sex worker, just deal with them for sex. Don't whatever they plan in your mind, how cooperative they are, you still are just a business customer. They just good customer service. Shit, give them an extra tip for great customer service, but understand, just take it for bullshit. All right? Just take it for bullshit. And with porn, Just get off of porn, because it's just giving you an unrealistic view anyway. That's why a lot of guys, I mean, you got some very attractive women out here. You got some very, very attractive women out here who are not on all of that. I know several young ladies right now, very attractive, don't got a man. And I'm thinking part of the issue is you get too many guys looking at porn and thinking the woman's going to roll up on them like that. Or say or do whatever. I'm like, no. Like I said, they're going to express what's on their mind. They're going to disagree with you. As long as it's respectful, go with it. You know. They're going to bring you some perspective. You know. And they ain't going to just be all over you on some shit. You know. You don't want that. You want to deal with the reality. You want to deal with the reality, all right? Yeah. You know, it's weird looking at... It's just still weird looking at this smartphone when I'm sitting right here. It's different when I'm driving because I'm generally keeping my head ahead. But, you know, it's kind of weird. I'm right here, but the little thing is right there. But anyway, though, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. That's the thing. You need to pull away from it. If you want to relate, like if that's all you want to do, and you just want to watch porn and you just want to deal with sex workers, you're free to. Part of being sovereign is letting you do doing what you want to do. But if you want a real relationship, deal with a real woman, you gotta pull away from that shit. Leave the porn alone. Leave the porn alone. Don't deal with sex workers. If you go overseas, first learn the language and the culture where you going and go get away from the tourist areas. You know, don't have that mark saying learn the culture. I would strongly suggest if I don't know, I'm not exactly sure how you might do this, but say you meet somebody over here in the States or wherever you at in your home country who live in that place, and like really talk to them, like pick their brain about what you would need to do in their country. Learn the language or something. That way you can get away from the sex worker types. So if you're going to do that, and you know, just pull away. Like the main thing is, and I've said this several times, be realistic. Be realistic on how you're going to deal with it. And realistically, women are not going to be, they're not going to give you the fantasy. Realistically, they're going to give you whatever. Even some women you cool with, there's going to be sometimes you're going to be like, you know, yeah, I think you tripping a bit. Why don't we talk to each other tomorrow? It's going to be that way, but nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But just be realistic. And then once you're realistic, then you can deal with women better. Shit, you can deal with life better. Don't get caught up in the fantasy. So, you know, that's the main reason. Pull away. If you want a real woman, pull away from all the sex workers, acculturated prostitutes, and pull away from porn. All right? So, that's all I had. I ain't really do a car video today. You know, it's Labor Day and got a bunch of stuff. My sons want to do some stuff today. They my pimps though. I'm proud of it because y'all know me. I keep my. I even just recorded a video about using your wallet, not using your wallet for women and stuff. But when it's your seed, it's your legacy and everything. Yeah, you know I gotta do stuff. In all fairness with them though, they know they gotta work for shit. So I don't need a cleaning service in here. They come over here and like be hitting the toilets, everything. Because this is like, buddy, I go work for it. They don't have a problem with that. They'll tell, they want extra money, they'll find extra shit to do. Shit I ain't even thinking about. They be like, hey, Dad, you know, we need to paint around here. How much money I want? All right, here's where I can get the paint. So anyway, though, that's all I got for today. I'll get back with y'all. Y'all have a good rest of the Labor Day and all that. And I'll probably be in a car tomorrow. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.